Hello, YouTube. I'm back again. Man, they would, I don't know, YouTube would not let me get on. As hard as I was trying, I usually try to go a little earlier than I usually do, like a couple of minutes early, and I was trying to get on, and YouTube would not let me get on. It kept saying having problems with the stream, and it wouldn't let me get on. So I'm on now. I'm here. Maybe they didn't want nobody to find my channel today, but it's always gonna be people out there that able to find me because I'm always here. But I can't believe it, because I usually tell you when I have problems with my stream, and I did. They wouldn't let me on. I guess the game remained the same with them. Well, anyway, I wanted to talk about it's your duty to be ready. See, what a lot of people don't understand when I say that is that we are preppers, and it's up to us to prep to keep going on. Comrade Radio Prepper. Hey, how you doing? I hope I said that right. Okay. It's our duty as preppers to take care of our families and our close friends that's in our group. I mean, because we can't take care of the world. The world's gonna take care of itself. But it's your duty, if you like me, the head of the household, to take care of your people. You know what I mean? Especially if you got little kids. And the kids are always the future of what we do and why we do it. Hey, WD Glock and Roll, how you doing? And so, like I said earlier, if you just not getting in, I was having problems with my stream. They wouldn't let me on. But I finally got on. I just kept at it, and I finally got on. And so like I said, we gotta do everything we can to protect the ones we love. Now, people saying that's what we do. Not if you're not prepping. If you're not prepping, you're not doing enough. I mean, you gotta teach them too. You just can't say I got a bunch of stuff and it's over there in the pantry, and we're not gonna worry about anything. But if you don't teach them how to work the generators, how to work the guns, that's the funny thing about it. I was taught when I got my guns and I went to get my CCW license and everything, and they would tell you, and any gun instructor would tell you, never point a gun at anything that you're not planning on destroying. Never point a gun. Gun training is so important. That's why so many people out here, every time they get a gun, they run out and they point it at somebody. It just blows my mind when I see them do that, because I was told and I was trained not to point it at people unless you are planning on destroying what you point at. And people just play with it like it's a toy. It's not a toy, it's a tool. And just like a chainsaw, you don't chase people around the yard with a chainsaw unless you Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something like that. But like I say, it's our duty as adults to take care of our kids. Because our kids, like I said, I take care of my grandkids and stuff like that, and my grandnephews, and I got a great grandniece nephew coming in a couple of months. I'm a great grand now pretty soon, but that's my nephew. Great grandson. Grandson, it'll be my great grand nephew. But anyway, it's our duty to not to get caught up in this political bull that's going on out here, because that ain't gonna help us none. Not on a smaller scale, not where we live at. You see what I'm saying? Whatever they doing in Washington, and they do so much in Washington, it's just crazy. They play big political games in Washington that we don't even know what's going on with it. Toll free. I don't know why they call it. Okay. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? Everyday life. They never point a gun at some way. Always assumed it's loaded. Guns are always supposed to be loaded. Never point an empty gun at nobody either. You can get killed that way. How you doing, Lori? Let's see. So anyway, what I was saying is, you gotta start taking care of yourself. See, a lot of people are not doing enough. I mean, everybody say, yeah, I got a pantry full of stuff, or this, that. I got my generator and stuff. But if you're not teaching somebody else to do some of the stuff that you are doing, then you're doing a disservice, because what if something happened to you? You know what I mean? Like I said, like me, see, I'm old, and I know what'll happen if something goes bad. If SHTH happen to be in my neighborhood, or something goes bad, or like Aaron Olinger said, that they come into my house and I have to be the one to step up and take care of that. I'm not gonna send my 4-year-old grandson over there and say, take care of that. I'm gonna take care of that. And that's what I'm saying. I'm the protector. It's my job to protect the people in my home. My home is, like I said in other ones, is a fortress. It's an oasis. In my home is peace. When you invited into my home, you come into my home, you'll notice it's nothing but peace in there. People come to my home, they sit down on the couch, and I know they sleep because they feel comfortable. It's peace, and that's how your home should be, and that's how you should always have your home. And that's why I'm saying it's our duty to protect the people that's under your care, that's in your home, especially in this time that we are in right now. Because right now, I don't see any better days coming. I really don't. And I tell people, I always, 2022 is going to be the hardest thing we ever going to live through. And people say, how can I say that? Because I know that. I'm not just saying it, I know it. I can feel it. The signs are there. You can see what we're going through right now. You see, I'm not even going to talk about the political divide that we're in right now. And everybody knows about the political divide that we're in. People just not going to get together. It's not that simple. We can't get together and everybody say we should get together and start singing Kumbaya. We cannot get together. I seen Nancy Pelosi over in England, what was it, yesterday, talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is gone. Leave him alone. She's talking about, what was she saying? She was saying something about Donald Trump should be impeached twice and he lost the election twice or something like that. I don't even know. But I mean, just leave the man alone. Just move on. We can't keep kicking dirt on people that we had no control over. And they keep doing it. And I'm just saying, please, let's get together, the country. We got to worry about the guy we got in office now, or what he's going to do. Because whatever he's doing is always trickle down to my community. And we've been going through this for long as I can remember. And protesting is nothing new. You know, nothing new. Been doing this since the 60s. But now everything is changing. Every time you have a protest, somebody want to burn up stuff. And they don't need to be doing it. They need to stop. And I can understand why people just can't have peaceful protests. You know, I done seen protests where have million man march. You know, I done seen the March on Washington. I seen the Women's March. Nobody burned up nothing. Shit, now everybody want to fight. It's just crazy. That's why I say we can't take care of that, but we can take care of what we live at and the people that is under our care. Let me see who else is in the house. Yes, Carwan. Hey, try it, buy it, make it, sell it. How you doing? Hey, Vern, how you doing? Hey, Gigi, how you doing? Hey, House of Wax, what's up? House of Wax is in the house. Let's see. Okay, that's everybody. But anyway, like I said, it's some things I just want to tell you. Basically, I'm gonna just recap a lot of things. And you know how the political situation is in this country, and we can't really do anything about it because we done voted the people in that we wanted to get in at our local level and our state level, you know, and the federal level, and they supposed to be taking care of this for us, but I see none of them doing the job. So politics just, like I said, it's always giving me a headache because we put our trust in the wrong people. Matter of fact, somebody said, it wasn't me. Somebody said, we don't elect officials. We vote for the people they select for us to elect. And man, that is so true. That is so true. We had a lady here that I voted for to be our next congresswoman in Washington, where she didn't win because she didn't vote for the president that's in there. She voted for Bernie Sanders, and during the election between Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden, it got kind of heated. And she said some things about Joe Biden, and the lady that ran against her used that in the local election against her, so she didn't win. So I'm just saying that's how it is. Dirty elections, you know, and she gonna probably end up going to jail because they dug up so much dirt on her. It was crazy. But anyway, don't forget the people down in Louisiana and New York and Texas and stuff that got hit with this hurricanes and floods and tornadoes and stuff, because it's like 50,000 of them still without power. Some have been without power since about 2 weeks ago now. So just don't forget to keep them in your prayers. But let me get back to what I'm talking about, because I have a tendency to drift, because I'm not going to try to start on the New World Order or all these millionaires that make it even more money. But I'm just going to try to make sure that we understand that we can only take care of what we can take care of. When we wake up in the morning, we can only take care of first of ourselves, and thank God for waking us up, and then take care of our families to help them make it through another day safely. But other than that, anything else we do other than that, other than go to vote, it's extra. When we can't do too much on a national scale. I mean, some people can, but some of us got to stay and take care of what we got to take care of, because it's just crazy. And from what I've been looking at and seeing out here, it's going to be really bad. You can take the food prices, and I've been telling you about the food prices. And now people begin to notice. I've been telling about the food prices for over a year, and now it's beginning to hit people in the wallet. The fake meat, it's coming. Ain't going to be no real beef on the market anymore. Ain't going to be no real pork on the market anymore. It's going to all be fake. People say, oh, yeah, well, I eat vegan stuff. And it's not going to be that. It's not going to be the same as that. It's something totally different. This Impossible meat and other meat is not none of that stuff, or else they would say it was. It's not tofu or any of that other stuff. It's not vegan stuff. This is something totally different. You got to realize that a lot of that is made from what they call it, aborted human fetuses or whatever they get the stem cells from. It got stem cells in it. And I ain't gonna say human fetuses because that'll be misinformation. I'm gonna just say it got human hormone cells in there. You don't want to be messing with that stuff, but it may taste like meat, but it ain't meat. It got stuff in it that may be harmful to you. So until they actually start publishing all the information on that, I wouldn't touch it. But anyway, like I said, we got to start preparing. Like I said, and then we got to start teaching. See, it's one thing to have the stuff. It's another thing to know how to use the stuff. You know what I mean? It's one thing about going to a classroom and you got all your books. It's another thing about opening up that book and read it. See what I'm saying? You can have a lot of stuff, but not know how to use a lot of stuff. It's just like when I first started doing a computer. I had a computer. I didn't know how to use it. I just had it. But see, now I know how to use it. It makes a big difference. See, yeah, you're right. Try it, buy it, make it, sell it. They call it that 3D meat because they use a 3D printer to make it. And it's not meat. I don't know how they do it, but it's not meat. Yeah. Comrade Radio Prepper says simply divide and conquer. You're right. They're going to be divided. They already started doing that, dividing and conquering us. That the United States will fall. It will fall. It will fall. And we don't know why we will fall. I mean, we won't know why we're fighting against each other. We won't know why. But it's all been a long game. It's all been a plan. And they got that, what's that rich guy that's back in Antifa, that rich guy that got all that money that's throwing them out there paying busloads of them to go to rallies and start fights. Oh, man, I can't think of his name. But he don't even live here in America. He lived here one time, then he got so much money that he decided to start doing that kind of crazy stuff. I guess it is what it is, and nothing we can do about it. Like I say, going to a rally nowadays is so dangerous because, like I say, we had a rally here in Cleveland, and they started to burn up the city downtown. They set up a couple of police cars afire. They ransacked a couple of grocery stores, the only ones we had down there, and they raided a shoe store. They raided a drugstore, Rite Aid drugstore. It's just crazy. I mean, the people were out of a job for months. They had no job. So I'm just Soros. Thank you, WD Glock and Rose. George Soros is behind a lot of the stuff that we have in here in America, these problems. He's back. He's the bankroll. He's a billionaire. He's bankrolling. They paying people $200, $300 a person to go down and start these rallies. Not start these rallies, but get inside these rallies and infiltrate these rallies and start fights and antagonize the police and all this other stuff and tear up stuff and burn up stuff. See what I'm saying? And that's what they do, and nobody even noticed that. Nobody even noticed that. But when they get arrested, you just start checking to see where they all from. None of them from your town. They all from out of town. I mean, not even in the state. They all from out of town. Indiana, West Virginia, Pittsburgh, and all the other places. They all come here because they're on the payroll. They come in with 3 or 4 bus loads, and buses usually hold like 60-something people. So you got like 185 terrorists among your people out there protesting, and they starting fights. And I'm so glad that this summer haven't really been that bad, because a lot of people begin to recognize this, that they sorting them out, and when they started acting up, we had a rally here not too long ago, and when they started to act up, a lot of people shouted them down and got them out, because we recognize them, we're not stupid, we just didn't understand people would do something like that, to a peaceful rally. See, you couldn't have a Million Man March anymore like that because you had them guys in there infiltrating and want to start a fight and want to start violence and stuff like that. See, so peaceful rallies is just about a thing of the past unless you recognize the guys that's inside the rallies that's instigators that want to start trouble. You know what I mean? And that's what's happening. Hey, Klingon Princess, how you doing? So I mean, like I said, it's your duty as the person that's in your group, especially if you're in a survivalist group. You can't have 2 or 3 leaders. You got to have the alpha dog. You can only have one, because you know what they say about cooks: too many cooks spoil the soup. So if you're in a group and you trying to survive, and you got one guy, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. The Walking Dead, you had Rick and you had Shane. See, I'm a Shane man. I thought Shane would have been a better leader than Rick, but that's a whole different story. You notice they had to kill one of them. And they did, because you couldn't have it like that, because they both had ideas, but they both wanted to protect the group, but their ideas were totally different. So like, hey, Annie Lee Brown, how you doing? Hey, Hefty Lefty, how you doing? So like I said, you can't have more than one alpha dog. Now you can have a second in command, as long as he understands that he's the second in command. No matter male or female, it don't matter. But you got to have people in your group, and you got to have everybody that's in your group knowing how to work everything that's in the group. You got to have them know how to work the generators. If something happened and the generator go bad or stop running and they might start panicking and all they needed was gas or some oil or something like that, you got to know. They got to train the people. You got to teach them. Even if you just leave a manifesto or something to let them know what they need to do. Somebody else got to be able to handle the group if something happened to you. Because like I said, when things go bad and you get the bad guys, the wolves and the coyotes start coming down your street, you need to be there to stop them from coming into your house. You're going to have to be the one on the front porch with the shotgun or something like that to tell them there ain't going to be none of that here. Keep on stepping. You see what I'm saying? And then you might not come back off that front porch. But I'm pretty sure you're going to have somebody in the windows backing you up. But I'm just saying, you're going to have somebody else that's going to have to step up if something happened to you. Hey, Hudal, how you doing? Let's see. And LeBron, I suck. I have a genie, don't know how to work it. Shaking my damn head. Oh, come on. Now you can work it. You just joking with me now. Hey, Brooke Jameson, how you doing? Hey, Humble Lion, how you doing? Yeah. So like I say, we have a lot of stuff. The reason I made this video because I was talking to my youngest daughter, and I was telling her about, I forgot what I was telling her about. I think it was something about when we had the power of blinking, and I told her about the generator, and she said, "I don't know how to work that." And I say, "What do you mean you don't know how to work it? What if something happened to me?" So I decided that it's a lot of people out there that the first thing they're gonna say is, "I don't know how to work it." But that's what if something happened to you? Can your kids survive? I mean, you know what I mean? Can they get along? Or are they gonna be like Lord of the Flies and they're gonna be in a group and being misused and being chased like pigs? So I mean, you gotta. He said, Anna Lee Brown say no instruction needed. Someone to show me. You know, we still got the internet for a while anyway, unless it go down. Nope, Not joking. I don't know how to work it. I don't know what to do with it. You got still got the internet. Yeah, but somebody will show you. Yeah, somebody will show you. Hey, prepared veterans, how you doing? Thank you for your service. Hefty Lefty, have anyone noticed how hard it is to find kerosene heaters right now? You know what? I don't use kerosene, but I did see somewhere where they didn't have any kerosene on the shelf. I was, because I was looking for some propane, and they didn't have any kerosene on the shelf. They were showing how empty the shelves were. That's got to be something going on. Hey, Hefty Homestead Chick, how you doing? That's Commander Bacon's wife. If you didn't know, that's Hefty Homestead Chick. You know, I know she hear that all the time when people say that's Commander Bacon's wife. But you know what? When I was coming up, they used to always say that's what's his name, brother. That was me. I'm always with somebody else's brother. Everybody knew me, but they knew me as somebody else's brother. Hey, Gardner Josh, how you doing? Yeah, you're right. WD Glock propane is going up. It's going up high. Okay. And I thought, hello, zombies. Yeah, we got zombies. I can tell you stories about zombies. You see them. Everybody see the zombies out there. You see them out there. They be usually hanging around those grocery stores or those 7-Elevens or the gas station. They just be sitting out there hanging around. They be smoking a cigarette. And they be looking all whacked out. And they waiting to ask you for some money. Yeah. Okay, I am his wife. Laugh a lot. 25 years in November. Congratulations! Wow, 25 years. I remember when I had my 25 years. Yeah, when you get parole. I'm just joking. Hey, Drop Family Garden, how you doing? Hey, Red October. Let's see. It's already going up in my area. God, wow. Yeah, propane is going. All gasoline is going up. You see how the gas prices went. So you need to stock up. And those of you that do stock up on gasoline, please don't forget the gas stabilizer. Because if you got gasoline and you just got them in these little 5-gallon containers, 10-gallon containers, and you say, I'm gonna just say this, if you don't put gasoline stabilizer in it, it's gonna get watered down, it's gonna go bad, and it ain't gonna start anything. You gotta put gasoline stabilizer in it. Just so you know, if you didn't know. Prepared veteran says, East Coast of U.S. at risk. All the coasts are. Like I said, I had that dream. If you live on any coast except California, the California coast, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The Mexican government and the what's that other government, Argentina and all them South American countries are going to come and take care of you. They've been promised that in my dream, but that's okay. That's a whole other story. Propane does have a yearly spike here, and we'll have to dry the corn or wheat harvest. Yeah, because that's what they use to heat and dry the wheat every year around this time. Humberland, a little propane canister in green bottle going up. Yep, they are going up. I usually get them at a 12-pack, and it was like $78. Now it's $95. Went up that much. That's for the 12-pack of propane, because I be stockpiling because I got propane stove and a heater and all this stuff. The big buddy heater, getting ready for the winter. Hopefully I don't have to use it, but you might have to. Engine repair shop saying you could hire one mechanic to come over one. Sorry, I don't know. I asked about advice. Okay, I'm online. It went up $4 to $8 in my Walmart. Wow, that much? Wow, that's a lot of money. Okay, so anyway, what I was saying is, so it's your duty to be ready. It's just like it's a military thing, Like I was a Boy Scout. First I was a Cub Scout, then I was up to the Boy Scouts, and then they disbanded it in my neighborhood. We don't have the Boy Scouts anymore in the hood. But anyway, Boy Scouts in the hood, no more. So anyway, they would teach us to be prepared. That's the motto, be prepared. We were always prepared. And I'm telling my kids and the people that's in my group, that, when we get together, and we do get together sometimes, that you need to be prepared. It's 2 things you got to do first. The first thing I want you to do, if you own a gun, learn how to use that gun, because you don't want to have an accident with that gun. You don't want to shoot yourself or shoot somebody else by accident. You really don't want to do that. So that's priority one, to be safe when you're using the firearm, because see, if anything happen that goes bad, you're gonna need that. That's gonna be your first move to keep people out your house. I mean, you can go and try to beat them with a bat or a knife, but I'm telling you that ain't gonna work, because they coming, and they ain't coming by themselves. We get home invasions up here all the time, and it's 3-4 people coming in, and it's not pretty, you know. And the second thing you need to do is learn how to work everything you own, everything you got. Hey, Lori's World, how you doing? I mean, if you got, like I said, if you got a gas powered generator, you need to know how to work it. You need to know how to start it. Okay, if you got an electronic generator, you need to know how to work it. You need to know how to start it. If you got a lantern, same thing. You need to know how to work everything you got. If you got a propane stove, you need to know how to put that propane container on there and lock it down and make sure everything works. Same thing if you got a big buddy heater, especially if you're up north up here and the weather's going to get bad and your electric go out and your heat go out, and you know how bad it can get up and when you're in the northeast up here, you can freeze to death in hours. You want to make sure you know how to work that big buddy heater if you got a big buddy heater. I'm just saying that because I got a couple of big buddy heaters and they're the safest I can buy, because if you flip it over, it automatically cut off. You know, it won't burn your house down. You know, and it don't let out gas. You know, like you worry about the gas killing you, the carbon monoxide. It doesn't do that. So let's say, Ray, do you run a cord to your big buddy to leave the cylinder inside? No, that's why I was just saying I got the propane. That's why I buy them a 12 pack at a time. I would love to get one of them big old white ones, you know, that I think they're like 60 pounds. I don't have those, but I got the smaller ones because you never know. I got like 3 big buddy heaters. I might have to move them around, and that would have been kind of a problem for me to keep moving it around. But yeah, but I would keep that big one if I had it hooked up to my generator, but my generator doesn't run on propane. I should have got the propane in the gas generator, but I didn't. Let's see, you can get a refill adapter to refill those Coleman propane canisters with a 15 to 20 gallon tank. It's only $20. I have one in my yeah, I know they have them right outside the drugstore. They be having propane. You know, they have right outside the drugstore and right outside the Home Depot. You can just buy them, fill them up, just get the adapters. I don't have the adapters. Like I said, I just got the canisters. Yeah, but I'm thinking about maybe getting that one of these days where I can just refill them. That'd be a good thing too. One thing I love about your crowd is we all planning for winter. I'm always planning for winter. I don't like the cold anymore because I've been so many years outside. Yeah. Let's see. Double line. I'm looking for a 12-volt heated blanket for this winter. What's a good one? I'm going to run it off a solar generator. I don't know. I don't have a heated blanket. I do got a heating pad, but that's just a heating pad. I don't have a heating blanket. I think maybe check Amazon. They might be able to give you some ideas on what to get. Or what's that? Curl Right. They usually have a lot of stuff like that. They might have a heating blanket. Curl Right is a catalog company. They send me a lot of stuff all the time. Yeah, but you know, 12-volt heating blanket is nice. You know, I know somebody that had one. She kept it in her car. In the wintertime, in case she break down, she just plug it in a cigarette lighter, and she had a cigarette adapter. But yeah, that's nice. Like I said, I just got heating pad and ice pads for my knees. But I don't have the blanket. But yeah, you check Amazon to give you some kind of a price range on what they're going. And like I say, Curl Right sell them too. That's the house arrest for 2 weeks. Okay, Uncle Al. I know you've been down. I know you've been sick. I've been praying for you. We don't want to lose you, Uncle Al. We want you to stay around with us. At least till you get 100. You know, at least I'm gonna try to be here till I get to be 100. Told my friend he was over the other day. Yeah, we grew up together. I've been knowing him since we were 14. You know, and I told him, I say probably next time I see you, be at your funeral. He looked at me and laughed. I said, yeah, 'cause I'm gonna live to be 100. and we the same age. So yeah, so I say yeah. See, auto supply store for 12-volt bank. That's good. That's good advice. Because like I said, she had one for a car, a 12-volt blanket. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Act Now or Never. What's up, fam? Okay. Yeah. So like I said, we got the ones that listening to me now, the ones that listen to my channel, the ones that prepper now. I want you to start thinking like this. I am the one that's going to have to take care of everything and teach everybody everything that I know. And that's the way you got to think, because see, you can't say, well, you know what to do. You don't know what to do, and you got to teach them what to do. You see what I'm saying? Like me, I'm growing a little container garden. I picked my potatoes out the other day. My pepper's still not ready, but I got my onions, the potatoes, and I got to teach my daughter, whoever here, how to grow in container gardens. So they can learn how to garden. Because they can't depend on me to garden when stuff hit the fan and nothing like that. I won't be around. So those of you to teach your kids how to do gardening, you one step ahead of the curve. So that's a good thing. And everybody needs to know how to garden. There's people right now that doesn't even have a garden. I think right now you need to get a container. Go to a dollar store and get you a container, any kind of container, and start growing something. Even if you only get one container and grow one plant, you might get some tomato and a tomato plant, but grow something so you know what you're doing with a seed and what you got to do to take care of it, because that's going to be important. Because everybody think that when SHTF hit to 100%, and we not there yet, we pretty close to it, that they can just walk out their front door, go down to the neighborhood store and get something. When you walk out your door and go down to the neighborhood store, if you don't get killed on your way to the neighborhood store gonna be either burned down or looted. It ain't gonna be that way. It ain't gonna be nothing. There's too many unprepared people out here for you to even put yourself in that situation where you have to leave out your house to go get something that you didn't have planned for, prepared. Like I say, the only thing I worry about is running out of medicine. I mean, that's the hardest thing we're going to have to do, because most doctors won't give you medicine. And then if they do give you too much medicine, medicine starts to get weak over a period of time unless it's in a air sealed bag. So, that's one thing about being old. You got medicine. So some of us, we're going to have problems. We're going to have to try to go up there to the neighborhood Rite Aid or discount drug bar to see if we can get some extra medicine. See, I get mine 3-6 months at a time, but see, after that, if shit hit the fan after my 6 months, I'm out of medicine, so it's gonna be okay. Let's see what we got here. Drop Family is in the house. How you doing? Strawberries is another good one to grow indoors in the winter. Oh, strawberries, yeah, I like to grow strawberry. I'm thinking about doing a lemon tree next year, but I don't know. I want to actually put a tree in the ground, and because I got space. I got space. I want to do a lemon tree. Yeah, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it, but I got to make up my mind soon, because I don't want to wait till the last minute to get it in the ground this spring. I want to get it in the ground early spring. Hunger and thirst are motivators like none other. You're right. Hunger, thirst, and being cold. I see a lot of homeless. We got homeless. And those homeless people can teach you something about survival on the street. But then we got some homeless people that's homeless because they got an addiction. And addictions are worse, because if they don't have it, they would do anything to get it. You know what I mean? So like I said, if you're in a major city like me, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Some of us might not survive through the first week or the first day, but it's going to be bad. So like I said, you got to do what you got to do. Let's see, Prepared Veteran says no more antibiotics. They'll be a killer. Yeah. Let's see, Uncle Al says practice with a Red Ryder BB rifle with family in the backyard race. You know what? I had a couple of BB guns when I was a kid. They weren't Red Ryders though. I had a couple of BB guns. Yeah. Yep, but then the city made them illegal. So in Cleveland, the BB gun's been illegal to own a BB gun over 20 years, 25 years. Yeah, I had one when I was a kid. Now you're not even allowed to have one. Now they had these airsoft ones out here. They don't want you to have that because they say they look too much like real guns, and the police are mistakenly shooting people that have them. They ain't mistakenly shooting you, believe me. They shooting you. Those air pistols are really cheap. Yeah, so if you go, so you like I said, we can't have them in the city. They illegal here. Is that crazy? They sell them, but they're illegal. They're like fireworks. They sell them, but they're illegal. Watch the news for La Palma, Vega. Tsunami risk is real active right now. Yeah, I heard we supposed to be getting 2 more storms coming up through the coast. Hey, 556. I heard we getting 2 more storms coming up. I mean, soon within the next couple of weeks, coming up through the coast, and we still got, like I said, we still got 50,000 people without power down there, and we still got people without homes and still underwater. So, like I say, we don't do enough for the people. We do too much for nothing. We be spending too much time and too much money on too much bullshit. Oh, I said shit. Sorry, but that's what I can understand. Underestimated about Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland will be all right. We'll be all right. We've been hanging up. We had a mayoral thing yesterday to see who was gonna run for mayor. It don't really matter. And the election is in November. It don't really matter because this is a plum job right now because we got $30 million surplus. And everybody want a part of that $30 million plus the money we're gonna get for the infrastructure bill, which you say it might be another $100 million. So everybody wants some of that money. And they fight to be the mayor because there's gonna be good times ahead for that. Yeah. I mean, because we got a lot of land, a lot of spaces, and a lot of developers are coming in now. They redoing regenerification in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? I get phone calls all the time. They regenerification of my neighborhood. They taking houses that cost $75,000 and they selling them for $250,000 now. Old homes too, but that's a whole other story. They want your home. How many preppers out there will warn or help their neighbors? I help my neighbors. I know. Well, actually, I know 2 neighbors that I got back. You know, I told 2 of my neighbors I know I will help. I will help Billy's family across the street. Billy, that one I told you he just passed away. I will help his family, and I will help Jamal next door and his family. You know, Miss Penniman. They've been my neighbors since I've been here. I've been here over 35 years. Day one, they was great people. Mr. Penniman, you know, God rest his soul. He was a great man. I loved him. You know, so as I say, those are the 2 people I know I got their backs. My other neighbors, they all moved away that I would have helped. But like I say, if anything happened, I got their back, and I know they got my back. So, and like I say, I ain't worried about anybody out here. I just know that I don't have the spirit of fear. I wish I did, because I wouldn't do some of the stupid things that I do. You know, running into the fire, as they say, while everybody running away from the fire, I'm the kind of guy that will run into the fire. But that's a whole other story. Hey, Prepper Vet Mitchell. Hey, Food for Permaculture Care. How you doing? Permaculture Care. Yeah, hold up there. Anything popping up. Yeah. Luckily, I am friends with my neighbors. Yes, I don't bother my neighbors. They are nice people. It's a family over two houses down across the street to my right. I talked to them a couple of times. They seem to be nice people. House full of ladies, all ladies there, you know. So they seem to be pretty nice people. Yeah. Let's see. Learn to cut off beef. Learn to cut off beef from a farm. Just a few. Okay, I get it. I couldn't read it. Having problems with my glass. Hold up. I got a spot on my glasses. It's like a fingerprint. Okay, that's better. All right. So, like I said, it's our duty because, like I say, it's like if you have a gun, and I'll keep saying this because this is one of the main things that I would think everybody would have, except the people in New York. I know you're not allowed to really have a gun in your home, actual firearm, because they have the law. Like in California, they got so many laws and restrictions on your Second Amendment rights, which I don't think is right. I think everybody in America should have the right to own a gun. The criminals got them. How come you can't have one? It's just that simple. If they throw you into a gladiator arena and they get the other guy a sword and they tell you, here's a paper mache sword, is that fair? No. See, I watch a lot of Spartacus too. That's not fair. So you want to be on the same equal level that the bad guy is on. You see what I'm saying? If they got a gun, you want to have a gun. They got a knife, you still want to have a gun. But I'm just saying, but you can have a knife too. But you want to be prepared, and it's just your Second Amendment rights are being infringed on up there. It's just like this thing that's going on in Pennsylvania. I can't understand it. The GOP, they want to get over 1 million people information from their vote information. They want to know about your driving record. They want all this personal information. I don't never want nobody to get my personal information. I don't even give up my credit card number to put people to be asking for to buy stuff. I say, no, I'm gonna get your PayPal or something like that. Because I don't believe in putting your information out there and then stuff like that where they're gonna give it to, bad things gonna happen because somebody's gonna steal that information. It's always bad when the stuff like that happens. You always want people information. That's just bad. Let's see. Where was I at? Okay. Back, I report on police warning about massive violence sweeping the nation. Oh, the same old story, y'all. Violence every day. We up right now. See, ours running waves. We always gonna have shootings up here. I don't understand it, but we get a lot of shootings. It seems like it's a shooting every day. We be setting records every day, shooting. I mean, some people get killed, but not a lot of them getting killed lately. But there's been a lot of shooting. But lately, the new thing is carjacking. They've been doing a lot of carjacking up here. I guess it's the wave. Somebody say, hey, we can make money on the carjacking. We can steal a car and take it over there. It's just like when they was cutting off catalytic converters. We had a lot of that going on for a while there. But then they catch the guys and catch the operation. Then it's over with. But now it's carjackings. They just had a carjacking in Palmer yesterday. They snatched the guy out the car. They beat him down and they took his car. It's a whole bunch of stories. But I mean, everybody had their own problems everywhere. Yeah, especially like I said, you live in a big city. It's just a lot of bad stuff happening. No wonder people go nuts with the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians will be all right. The 26th is the last day for the name of the Indians. That's the last game, 26th of September. That we're gonna have the Guardians here, the Indians. Yeah, then they're gonna change the name on the stadium and all that stuff to the Guardians. I told you that's the name of the Space Force, our military Space Force. They call them the Guardians. So I guess it's the Guardians going around. Yeah, see, just like 2008. Ray, they want it because they are going to put us on China's credit standard. China. Man, China don't know how close it came to getting bombed, from what I understand. With that general, I can't wait till next week to see what he had to say. That General Milley saying he called China to tell him, look, I'll let you know when we get ready to bomb you or something like that. Are we gonna bomb you? We're not gonna bomb you. I have no idea what that's all about. I'm gonna find out. But I mean, China don't know how close he can to getting bombed, and then now we don't know how close we can to getting put into World War III. Like I say, it only takes one. Only takes one more thing to push us into SHTF. Prepper Beth Mitchell says humiliation. Yeah, see, people power. I mean, you get the John Malones and the Elon Musk and the Bill Gates and the Zuckerbergs and the Bushes and the Jeff Bezos. And you get all the people in power, and they run everything. They run everything, and we are just pawns in the game, and they don't care about you. They can care less. They don't care if you eat, They don't care if you got a house. They don't care if you got a car. They don't care about you. You're just a pawn. That's all it is. And nothing you can do about it. That's the new world order. And they just want to make sure that they get their money. We're in the new matrix. You know what I mean? We're living in the matrix. I mean, and we see things coming and we see what's happening out here, but there's nothing we can do about it. Al said we the Smurf said he's a traitor. I don't know yet what's going on with that. I didn't vote for him. It's a military political thing. That's why I say you got to keep the political and the military side separate. But they put them together. They put them together. That never worked. That never worked. I'm gonna tell you something. We are so blessed. We are so blessed here in America. People just don't know. We are so blessed. We could still be under a king, under the rule of a king. People say, "Oh, I like King Arthur and his knights and stuff like that." Yeah, that's if you're a knight. But if you're the common person down there, you working for the king. No, we could have been the ruler of a king, or we could have been under a communist country dictatorship like Stalin and Lenin and all them, where a million people died. Billions of people died. We are so blessed, but we don't realize how blessed we are to be an American. We to the point that we like spoiled kids. Somebody was talking about this today. I think it was Vern. She was talking about we like spoiled kids, but that was something different. But we're like spoiled kids. I'll say two fractions, NWO and CCP. You know what? They all got the same agenda. Purple Bet Mitchell said I was in the Army for 22 years. If I did that, I would be in Leavenworth jail. Yeah, you'll be like that guy that's hiding out overseas. The one that dropped the dime on them spying on the people. Yeah, stuck behind the lines. We are mushrooms, Uncle Al. Yeah, they keep you in the dark and feed you. Crap. Okay, keep me in the dark and feed me a bunch of bullshit. Okay. Hey, E. Homestead. Hello. How you doing? Yeah. So, like I say, it's the political gang out here that's tearing this country apart. I mean, really, if we didn't never listen to anything political and we just went on with our lives, things would be much better. But it's out there. And each side is telling secrets on the other side, and things are getting torn apart. I mean, we had political strife and problems back in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, but nothing like it is right now. This is a new, like I say, this is a new age of man. This is nothing that's going to disappear. This is going to be coming. It is, like I said, it done trickled down to the local level now. They play dirty politics at the local level too. It's to the point where you don't want to vote for half the people that's running. Like I said, because they are all the same, and it's not. And what I say, somebody said, it's not being elected; they being selected. They run and they tell us you got your choice. One from column A, or one from column B, or one from column C. But what if you got a rotten apple in column A, a rotten peach in column B, a rotten lemon in column C? But you got to pick one of the rotten ones. That's just crazy. And I just laugh at the whole situation. You say 4 warships in Alaskan waters, right? Yeah, but that's one thing about Alaska up there. They so close to the Aleutians up there that ain't nothing happening. They usually just up there testing the waters, because if they come down through Alaska like they did in my dream, they got a long way to go. They got to come through Canada, and Canada ain't gonna help us. I wish they would, but Canada can't help themselves. They're gonna be on the lockdown. But yeah, so I wouldn't worry too much about the warships up there. Now, if they was coming down to the coast of California and stuff like that, which they did a couple of months ago, that nobody even mentioned that they had Russian warships out there in the Pacific Ocean close to California. Nobody even mentioned that. But anyway, 96 ships more coming to Alaska. They want to go to Alaska, go ahead. We got AP up there, Alaskan Prepper. He's up there. He ready. Yeah. Mr. Potato Head will likely roll over and let the CCP have whatever they want. Goodbye, Alaska. But what? I don't think they want to really do anything. I guess they just stay testing stuff, testing they ships. We do it all the time. We do it all the time. But see, unless they got some aircraft carriers, if they got some aircraft carriers up there, I'm not gonna worry about it. They probably just got battleships and destroyers and all that stuff up there. But I don't know. I haven't checked it out, but I need to check it out because see, unless they, like I said, unless they got aircraft carriers, I wouldn't worry too much about it because see, that's when you get to worry. Wherever the aircraft carriers are, that's when you need to worry. Because see, if that's all they got up there, they need to worry because we'll do some airstrikes on them if we had to. Well, our Air Force is on 24 hours alert. Always in the air, always flying. We just send them right up from Montana, from Austin Air Force Base. They'd be sitting in the water just burning. China has the ability to stop all meds, kill thousands. You're right, and they will do that. China, that's the worst thing we ever did was start farming out all our stuff. We make nothing in this country. We make nothing. We really do. We like unprepared preppers. This country is. I mean, our country is like an unprepared prepper. When stuff go bad, they run out of stuff. They come into somebody else's house because we have nothing here. That's what I'm saying. We got to be ready. That's why I'm telling people right now. If stuff goes bad, I'm gonna tell you the first thing the government gonna do. The government's gonna tell you, stay at home. Wait for further instructions. They had that nationwide test the other day, and a month ago, where they tested the emergency broadcasting system because they know what's coming, and they want to have this thing set up where they're gonna send that message out, and they're gonna tell you, stay at home. But a lot of people ain't gonna stay at home. But just like when the hurricanes and the tornadoes are coming and the snow is coming, first thing people gonna do is say, I'm gonna stop off at the store on my way home. And when they get to the store, you see people in line with carts of toilet paper and all kinds of stuff, and there's nothing on the shelves but a can of tuna fish or some sardines because you should have been prepared. And then you gotta wait till you go outside in that parking lot while these people are loading up stuff, and there's just so much crap going on. It's just a mess, and that's what you're going to be running into if you're not prepared. So that's why I say our government doesn't make anything. Big pharmaceutical make everything, and they don't make it here. So we're going to be in big trouble. Rochelle Vanderpool say you stay in military mode. I'm always ready because I got responsibilities. Like I say, it's not my wife's duty, it's not my kids' duty, it's my duty as the head of the household and the one that's in charge of this stuff to make sure that everybody know what needs to be done. So when stuff do get to be done, everybody won't be running around, bumping into each other, screaming, hollering, panicking, crying, because panic is going to kill a lot of people. Panic and stupidity is going to kill a lot of people. So you got to stay calm. You got to stay cool. You got to be able to focus. And if you don't focus, you might lose because it's going to be a game. And the game we're going to be playing is a short game. And that short game is called survival. While they playing the long game in Washington and in these other places, we got to play that short game. And our short game is day-to-day survival. And if we don't do that, we're going to be in bad shape. So I say if you got supplies, make sure everybody know where everything at. What if you had a bunch of cans and no can opener? Because somebody forgot to buy the can opener or don't know where the can opener at. So don't have one, have 2 or 3 can openers. And then you got to know where they at all the time. Because, it ain't nothing like you got to get the knife out there and try to open up a can. If you ever try to do that, then you know what the struggle that might be. Let's see, small town stores are closed. Absolutely no one rescued me. I'm stuck behind enemy lines here in Virginia. Rescue me. Yeah, that's Frontella Bass. He made that song. Nah, you okay if you off the beaten path, but because you can bunker down. Yeah, they'll be coming to your place. They'll be knocking on the door. Prepper Mitchell Vet, let me in. The big bad wolf is knocking at your door. They'll tell you a sob story about me and my buddy. We were just riding down the street, and all of a sudden our car just stopped. Run out of gas. Can we borrow some gasoline? Then once you open up that door, you'll find out there's two other guys coming in through your back door while you got the two guys up front is distracting you. Next thing you know, they got a new place to sandbag and loot until they get tired and leave and go to the next place. It's crazy. Yeah. He said, I got two mutual can openers. Okay. Church word, rub the can on the cement, and it will open. Sustainable will be key to long-term events. That says I'm funny. All right, Klingon Princess, good to see you. You got my old Boy Scout knife as last backup for a can opener. Had it 40 years. I got one of them knives. Got the little compass on the top. I got one of them knives. I showed it in one of my videos. I was showing about my knives, and that's like I say. Oh, let me get back to the video. 410 is good for crowd control. Yes, 410 is very nice. Very nice. It doesn't have a real big kick like a 12 gauge or a 20 gauge, but see my little pup back there behind me. See, there he is right there, my little pup. He's checking out, making sure everything's okay. All right. I have a P38 can opener. Yeah, I got a couple can openers, but you got to make sure that you got knives too. Don't get me wrong. I'll be talking about guns a lot because I want everybody to at least have one gun. Like I got a few, and I got to make sure that everybody knows how to work them and stuff like that, and make sure they get clean. You got to clean them and stuff. It's just stuff you do. But then also I got to make sure that everybody know how to know what supplies is, what the water. Everybody know all this stuff. And I'm just saying this, but you got to teach them. Got to make sure they got to, and then they got to know about how much water they should be using every day. If you got a limited supply of water, and then your water is gonna go bad. Your water went bad. You didn't stock up on water, or empty your faucets, or get one of them big old things you can put in your tub. They got those when you fill up with water. But because you got a lot of people, they just waste water because that's what they've been doing all their lives. But now you're in a situation where your water in your faucet might still be running, but it might not be clean or safe to drink. See, you start drinking that water and you get sick and get diarrhea, you're in for it. You're gonna be really bad. You didn't stock up on no medication too. So like I said, hey Charlene Hill, how you doing? So like I said, you gotta be ready because like I said, it's not gonna be pretty, and everybody's gonna be looking at you. They're gonna be looking at, but they're gonna be looking at me. I mean, but if you're the head of the household and you're in charge, everybody's gonna be looking at you for what to do, and you got to make sure you keep them calm, and you got a plan, and you tell them because there's nothing like stuff happen and it's chaos and nobody knows what to do, and people running around with like a chicken with their head cut off, and so everybody got to be able to know what to do in a stressful situation, and that's coming, and that's why I say it's your duty to be ready. It is your duty, for one, to make sure that everybody else is ready. So if something happened to you, you won't have all this chaos because, like I say, chaos kills. Confusion kills. You may have one guy say, "I'm not staying here. I'm going out there," and he goes out there and he tells everybody that what you got ain't here, and now he coming back with people he think is his friends, but you're not around, and they gonna come in and do something to your family. You see what I'm saying? And that's the way it is because everybody out there is going to be for themselves. It's every man for themselves. It's just like a sinking lifeboat. It's supposed to be women and children in a lifeboat, but you always get some guy that be dressed in women's clothing or pushing somebody out the boat to get into their place. It's every man for themselves. Survival of the fittest, you know what I mean? They ain't the smartest or the bravest. They might be big and dumb and strong, but they ain't gonna die. Because they stronger than you, they smarter. They're not smarter. You smarter than them, but you got to fight. Survival of the fittest. Ain't that what they say? Like the animal world. So, like I said, we all got to do what we have to do, and that's why we don't want to be caught up in this crap that's going on out there. We're gonna have to be able to take care of ourselves and our family and have everything we need right there. We want to be able, when they put on that message on TV and say, stay in your home, you stay in your home unless you one of the people that's going to be bugging out. And there's going to be a lot of people bugging out. And you don't want to be bugging out when everybody else is bugging out and get caught on the road. Because people you meet on the road ain't going to be your friends. You might meet some nice people like you, but most of the people you're going to meet on the road is going to be coyotes or wolves. And it's going to be a sad thing because, like I say, it's all about survival. They might have packed stuff, but they didn't pack anything. They might have packed all the wrong stuff in their bag. They might not have had a bug out bag packed when they were ready to leave. They might just threw some stuff in there, a couple of cans and stuff like that, and no can opener. You know, if you're going to do something like that, just take some peanut butter. Peanut butter is good. You know what I mean? Peanut butter is sustain you for a while. If you're going to back, first thing you should grab in your bug out bag is some peanut butter. But people, they too busy grabbing canned food and stuff like that, putting it in their bug out bag, not realizing that bag going to be over 100 pounds when they get finished packing it, and they ain't going to be able to carry it but a couple of miles before they had to dump it. Makes sense. Keep calm, be ready. Okay. Saw a lot of drones yesterday here in rural Virginia. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Drones. Man, they got, I don't know if I told y'all this, but this lady, I was watching Facebook, and she had posted this thing, this film of all these drones. I mean, it was thousands of drones all over the time, flying all over the United States. And I was like amazed. I didn't know we had that many drones flying around. I don't know why they up there. You know, I'll be afraid that they're going to crash into a plane or something. But we got them. We got them. And I don't know what they for. I don't know if they're doing surveillance on civilians or whatever, because I know we usually use satellites, or are they just there? Because, yeah, they just had a drone strike in France. Well, France just did France did a drone strike in Africa, killing this Taliban leader that had a $5 million bonus on his head yesterday. Yeah, so drones can kill you. And like if you ever watched that video about the invasion, I said when China come in, they're going to unleash these container cars full of drones, thousands and thousands of drones going to be flying around. It's going to be something like out that movie, not Olympus Has Fallen, but when they tried to kill the president, Morgan Freeman and all them, Rob Butler, and they had all them drones flying around. That's how it's gonna be. You don't need to get big airplanes flying over anymore. You just sneak those drones into the country and then just let them go. They look like birds, like an Alfred Hitchcock movie. It's just bad. It's just bad. That was the dream I had. Yeah. Insurance, your emergency alerts are on. Yes, bad is always on because my TV's on. They'll cut right in. Believe we must build our community. Yeah. Community is gonna be hard to build, but that's one of the things I hope that if I'm still around and I'm still alive and I'm still in the city, I can build at least a block at a time. Because you see, you're gonna always run into another alpha male that don't want to do what you say. It's like The Walking Dead. You know, you had all these communities, you know what I mean? You had Woodside, you had the prison, you had Alexandria, you had the Terminus, you had Lakeside, and then you had the Nagin's place over there. And they all couldn't get along. They couldn't get along, and that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be everybody's gonna be fighting for supplies. Everybody's gonna be fighting for survival. You know, where everybody should be trying to get along, but it's not gonna be like that. It's not gonna be saying kumbaya because it's not gonna be anything to eat, and people are gonna be starving. It's gonna be more like a Mogadishu type of situation where you're gonna have warlords that's gonna be having their say, basically. You know, they're gonna be taking over blocks of the city at a time. Street gangs, you know, organized street gangs, not these guys that are gonna try to call themselves a gang and get blown away in the first week. But you're gonna have organized street gangs, because street gangs that are organized like you got out in California. What did they get? 50,000 members in some of them. So I'm just saying, they're the ones that's gonna be running the cities. I mean, you just gonna be surviving. You're gonna be paying them tithes and offerings, basically. Because see, if you want to survive in the city, if you're not dead, that's what they're gonna be making you do. we have low-flying helicopters flying over yesterday. Oh, we don't have any helicopters. We got police helicopters. We don't usually have. Well, I see a drone outside my window. It's a U2 here. And have a lot of chemtrails lately. Been a lot of headaches on both my husband and me. Wow, wow, yeah, that chemtrail, and then they deny it. They deny anything that's in that stuff. But we know better. But they always deny stuff. Like I say, that's one thing about this government I don't like. They lie, you know. And then we as people, we just shrug it off, say, "Oh, that's what they do." It's not what they're supposed to do. It may be what they do, but it's not what they're supposed to do. We gotta make sure. We can't make sure, but we need to start insisting on term limits for these congressmen. These people that's been out there 40 years, like Nancy Pelosi and Sherman and all these guys, even the president of the United States, Biden, that was a 50-year-old politician. We need them to get term limits. They should never be nobody in Congress working 40 years. See, why the president is only allowed to be in office 4 years. These people being allowed to be in office 50, 100 years. They can die in office, and some of them have. And it's not right. It's not fair when somebody in Congress is being longer in office than the president of the United States, whoever he might be. And that's why we can't get nothing done. These guys got lifetime job security. They don't even worry about being reelected anymore. They can do all kinds of wrong and say anything they want. People just like brainwashing. They just go over there and vote with them, vote for them for no reason. They should be out of office because they lost touch with the people. They ain't been people in so long. They like, I would say the aliens to me now. They're not real. They're not real. They're not real. And you know what? They take so long to get anything done now because it's too much infighting and fight for power. They really do. It should never take as long as they take to sign some bill. What are they doing? I mean, is this like are they stupid? That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. Let's see, Independent Mini United. Good afternoon. Let's see. We need to building now. The pandemic started, I was thinking we might end up like The Walking Dead. I was so scared how to live by out of that energy. Look, Charlene, you wasn't given the spirit of fear when you were born. So don't have it now. Don't be afraid. Know what you got to do and do it. Don't be afraid. See, fear is going to get a lot of people killed. I mean, use common sense. I am not going to say run up there and jump in the face of 10 guys with knives or something like that and start talking crap. I'm just saying, don't be afraid because people are going to be following you. People are going to need you. And if you showing fear, everybody else is going to show fear. No, don't be afraid. Be smart, be wise, but just don't be afraid. Yeah, okay. You look at the media, you're watching the news. Yeah, that news can scare you. Yeah, but like I say, you got a good idea if you can get you a nice group. I tell anybody, if you can get more than just yourself and your family involved in this, and you have a group, like I say, 10, 12 people is always good. But the more merrier. But you got to make sure that they prepared, that they understand that you can't feed them all, that they're gonna have to bring something to the table. You know. Thank you, young grandpa. I'm not that young. I've been around, like I said. I've been around. I've seen a lot of things. Seen too much stuff. Seen too much. It was just crazy. So anyway, like I said, it's all good. Like I said, it's like I said, it's our duty. And I keep saying that because it is. And like I said, we just can't quit. We can't just wake up one morning and say, look, it's getting too hard for me to do this stuff. I'm tired. The government is going to do what the government is going to do. So I'm going to just give up and have them come and take care of me. I'm going to wait on FEMA. That's the crazy part. You cannot wait on FEMA. Hey, Eric, how you doing? Never wait on people. You got to be self-sufficient to take care of yourself. And like I say, everybody out there, start a garden. Get you a container. Get you a little pot. You ain't got to get a big thing. Put your plant in it and grow something. And see if you can grow it. Get you some pot and soil and stuff. Even if it's a house plant, just so you learn how to grow something. They got plants you can grow inside. You can grow it in the winter. You can grow it in the summer. But grow a plant. Grow something. Grow one thing. And then once you grow that one thing, you can grow that when you on the outside and you somewhere else. If you took a seed, you put it in the ground and it grew, then you say, wow, I did that. If you got a front porch or a balcony in an apartment building, we just so it can be by the window, get some sunshine, put a little water in it, and grow a plant, grow something. Like I say, a lot of people, they grow peppers inside their houses. A lot of people, they grow tomatoes inside their houses. Just grow something. Grow. I can't say corn because you need to be outside to grow corn because corn grows. And besides, every time I grow corn, I get deer. But anyway, grow something. Make that a plan. Put that on your list this summer, so you can do that. And like I say, if you don't own a gun and you can't have a gun because of the city or state you live in, get you a nice machete or an axe or something that you can have, that you can't say when stuff go bad, I'm gonna go out and buy it. Get it so you can already have it. A machete, inexpensive machete, it costs you about $5.99, something like that. You can get them at Walmart or your hardware store, something like that. Something nice, something to give you a little arm space, where you don't have to get too close, where you can swing it and do some stuff, If nobody with a knife want to run up against a guy with a machete, because you got to remember in the Philippines, when they were fighting the United States and the Philippines back before all the war started, we had to fight the Filipinos in the Philippines. They used a lot of machetes, So yeah, they was winning too. But yeah, you use those, you should be okay. It says what it says. Keep the prepping spirits, store basic water, food, shelter, firearms, and toilet paper. Yeah, toilet paper. Yeah. Just don't go out and buy all the toilet paper. Just have no room for anything else. With over 200,000 illegals a month coming across the border, it'll never be over. More strain, etc. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't know what they're gonna do about it. Nobody got a way to stop it. Building a wall wasn't gonna never work. People crawl under the wall, go over the wall. They may not come in like they coming in now, but if you put yourself on the other side of that wall, could you get out? Yeah, just like what was that thing in Germany, the Berlin Wall they had? People were still getting out. You need stuff. Mitchell, I'm surprised that you haven't burned a brush on toilet paper again. Yeah, we do have. They did have a rush on toilet paper about 2 weeks ago. People were running buying toilet paper, but then they slowed down. Like I say, they doing food stuff up here. Water. For a while there, it was hard to find bottled water, but they got it now. They got it back on the shelf. I'm not even going. Those of you who do have guns, ammo. Ammo's at the premium. Remember, the government said no more steel case ammo. I don't use steel case ammo, but a lot of guys that got 5.56s and 2.23s, they get that wolf ammo. But they got wolf ammo now back here. They got some that was already here. The last bit of it, they got it on sale. But like I say, you can't find steel case ammo because the country, our president says, no more ammo from China. And China was one of the bigger places that was sending us ammo. They were sending us that steel case ammo. Can't get it here. But and the price of ammo has gone through the roof, man. I got to get some more ammo. I'm trying to wait till the prices go down, but man, it's ridiculous. Well, so let me say. So anyway, what I'm trying to say. I got a brain freeze. Let me read some comments and maybe come back to me. I remember. 556. We were about to plant some lemon peaches, nectarines, and lemon trees. We are already growing mulberries and fig trees, and going to graft some avocado trees and hoping they take. Wow. Yeah, like I said, I want to do a lemon tree next year. Yeah, do a lemon tree. Once you get in the ground, it's there. Let's see. How can I contact you? Is that for me, Charlene? Because you can always go to my channel, and I got you type on that little thing, you see my email address in there on the information page of my channel. Cheap steel ammo don't last that long either. Yeah, I just don't like it because it's dirty. Got to clean your guns a lot, but you got to need to clean them anyway. But I don't use it. I don't use it because I did use some once a long time ago with lead. Because I used brass and lead, but it was lead steel cased, and I didn't like it at all. I used it in my Glock, and it was just smoky. But that's okay. I worry about flooding and the sewage coming up through the drains and toilets. Not sure how to cap them off. You just turn your water off. You got all them knobs, and they just turn your water off. But if it's backing up from the sewers, there's nothing you can do. It'd be good to see you, my friend. Hey, Cargo, how you doing? Prepper Princess, like I say, if it's coming up through your drains, don't drink your water because it's contaminated. You don't want to take a chance on getting sick. Even if you try to filter it out, that's another thing a lot of people need to do is at least get you a water filter. They got them out there. There's nothing wrong with investing in a water filter that might save your life. Anything that can save your life. In the worst case scenario, you need to start thinking in the worst case scenario, what do I need to do? See, if you see a lot of us, we can't carry around thousands of bottles of water, but we can carry around a water purifier. So that's what you need to get one of those. Got to run. See you later, Lori World. We'll grow about 30 chestnut trees. If they're about to produce, I have a waiting list for chestnut. Roasted on the open fire, right? Like people down in Georgia, they grow a lot of pecans. We had this one guy, Willie Crenshaw. His family have a farm down there, and they got pecan trees all over. And he used to bring back, it must have been about 50 pounds of pecans. He used to give them to the guys that work. We used to wait for them every year. Yes, Charlene. It's about me. Yeah, just click on that. It'll ask you if you're a robot. You click on it, say no, and then it get the information to pop up. Yeah. Let's see. Asian stores want our chestnuts top dollar. Yeah. Well, that's the thing they do, especially around the holidays. They make that soup. What's that? Water chestnut soup? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, what was I at? Like I was saying, you gotta. It's just like being in a tunnel, and you stuck in this tunnel, and it looked like you can't get out. The farther you go in this tunnel, the darker it get, and you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you keep going forward anyway. You just keep going forward, and eventually you start seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. Just follow the light. And that's the same thing we're going through right now. The deeper we going in this tunnel that's happening right now, which I'm going to call the 20s, the 2020s and 2021 and all this stuff, the deeper we going in this tunnel, the darker it's going to get until finally we're going to see the light at the end of that tunnel. So we can't panic. We got to stick in there no matter how frustrated we get. No matter how frustrated we get, we'll come out on top if you prepare. Now, everybody ain't going to come out on top. Like I said, I resign myself to the fact that I might not be around to see the end of this, but I'm not afraid. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm going to enjoy the time I got here, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do everything while I am here to take care of my family and leave them everything that they need to take care of themselves. Because I know when push comes to shove, somebody got to step up, and it's gonna be my duty and my responsibility to do that. I done seen people. This might not have nothing to do with it. I done seen people that wouldn't take care of their families. Push came to shove. they ran. They left their family to fend for themselves. You know, they didn't take care of their kids. They didn't take care of their woman. They just left. They didn't do what they supposed to do. And them kids grew up, had to fend for themselves. See, I ain't never had that problem. My father was there till he died. My father was there married to the end, you know. So I'm just saying, you got them people out there, they talk a good game, but when it comes to time to step up, they don't do it. But when shit hit the fan, it ain't gonna be no leaving. I'm going to the grocery store and get a pack of cigarettes. I'll be right back. You're gonna have to step up because people's lives are gonna be able to be in your hands, and they're gonna be dependent on you to do what you need to do to take care of things. And like I say, and if you know that the first thing you need to do, like I'm telling people, is to make sure that everybody that's in your group that with you, or everybody in your household with your family, need to know one thing: where the food is at, where the water's at, how to use the can opener, how to use the heater, how to use the generator, where all that stuff is stored at. You know, they need to know these things. Where's the guns at? You know, how to load them, how to use them, not to be stupid with them. You know, don't shoot yourself. Because some people, they don't even know about how to rack. If you got an automatic, a revolver is different. But if you got an automatic, let's say a Glock, a 17, let's say the 17. If it's already loaded, but it ain't racked, they got to know how to rack it. You know what I mean? People say rack it. No, just pull it back, slide, and then it'll shoot. Just aim down your arm. Wherever your arm is pointing, that's where the gun is pointing. But don't ever, and everybody know this, look down the barrel of a gun. You don't ever look down the barrel of a gun. Never. For no reason. First of all, you got to ask yourself in your mind, why am I looking down the barrel of a gun? What I'm going to do if there's something jammed up in there? I don't know what to do. So don't look down the barrel of a gun. Set the damn thing down. Sorry, I'm going to say down, but I can say down. Yeah, but that's a whole other story. That's about gun safety. But anyway, and if you don't own a gun, make sure they know where the knives are. Make sure they know where the hammer's at. If you're going to use a hammer like Thor, or a sword, or a machete, or something that you're going to use to defend yourself, the thing they got to know, because if the blackout come and we don't have no power, and they tell you we're going to be without a power for a while, our grid was under attack, the cyber attack, so the cyber attack worked, they knocked everything out, we got no power, we don't know when the power is coming back on. You got to know where your lights are at. Everybody gonna be trying to use flashlight. That's fine and dandy. Be careful if you're using candles. Keep them away from the windows and the curtains. Keep the kids away from them so they don't knock them over playing. You got to be able to know what you need to do, and you got to have people that's gonna know what they need to do, because every time something happens, nobody's there to tell them what to do unless you tell them. Because you, like I say, chaos. While everybody's around them losing their heads, you're gonna stay calm and be the one to be ready when things go absolutely crazy. Well, I guess that's about it. I've been talking almost an hour and a half. I don't think I have too much else to say. Hey, Coast to Coast, how you doing? Let's see what we got. So I think I just read some questions and stuff and see what's going on. But like I say, I think I done talked about everything. It's not on where your email address is not on the about section. You really? It should be in there. You should be in there, because that's how what's his name got in touch with me. I told him Unpaid Explorer. That's how he got in touch with me. And what's his name? Commander Bacon. Yeah, but it should be in there. I'm gonna double check and make sure it's in there. If it's not in there, I'm gonna put it in there. But it should be in there. The worker shortage is real. You know what? I wouldn't worry too much about the worker shortage. The jobs are there. They want them to get them. They don't want to work them. They don't get them. I mean, but the shortage is self-created. Then, if you got jobs out there and people don't want to take those jobs, that's on them. Or of the people that offer these jobs ain't paying enough, then that's on them. But that could be remedied. Either give them more money or the people take less money. But like I say, pretty soon it ain't gonna make a difference if AI comes, in which I believe it is coming, because I told the guy the other day that Uber is going to start using in 2020 2022 and go full blast with it in 2024. Driverless Ubers. No people gonna be driving those Ubers. They going full blast with it. Elon Musk. It's his baby. He going full blast with it. He tying in with Uber, and everybody know Uber is Chinese. Uber, that's where it's out of. Uber is from China. No more people. And then, like I say, truckers. It's 50. What is it? 50,000 truckers right now. 50,000 truckers. I don't know. It's a lot of truckers. Maybe have 100,000 truckers. They after your jobs. These AI. Once they get the AI rolling, because they got these trucks on the road now, they gonna come and take your jobs. I have a friend. He was over, like I said, he was over the other day, Donald. He drove trucks all the time. He was a long road trucker, long hauler or whatever. He used to drive from Cleveland to Dallas to Houston to Kentucky to Cincinnati. He was all over the road. Mostly he went down south. He never go up north. He stayed down south driving that big old truck, 18-wheeler. And he did it for a while, and then he got tired of it because he was always from home, and he got a job driving a regional transit bus. He came for about 30 years. Yeah, he drive a transit bus. No tips for Uber driverless cars. Okay. What was that movie? Remember Total Recall when John Schwarzenegger grabbed that robot out of that driverless car? That's what that guy gonna do to you. He gonna say, "You gonna give me a tip?" Uber, far and away the others who will let that happen. Oh no, they gonna go to it too because see, it's the people at the top. The people at the top. It's all about money. Do you think World War III will be a reality? That's cargo. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's a possibility. I ain't gonna say it's a reality. You know what? It would depend on what this guy say next week. Well, we will find out how close we came. This what's his name? General Humiliation or General Milley. Find out what he said because he was talking about bombing China. And I didn't even know nothing about that, but we never know. We won't know until we wake up one morning and everything is burning. The Johnny Cab, right? So yeah, it's a possibility because see, there's too many people got their hands on the trigger right now. Too many buttons out there. You're right, Charlene. We already got driverless cars. That's all I've been telling. That's what I told this guy. He doesn't know we had driverless cars out there. You see the commercials. They got these cars parked themselves. When I was taking driving lessons and I had to get my driver's license, we didn't do the mobility test like these other people did. We had to do parallel parking. And parallel parking is always the hardest thing to do. When you squeeze in that little place like that, we had to do parallel parking. These cars parallel park themselves. You see it on the commercial all the time. They have parallel parking all the time. Yep. So like I said, they coming. AI is gonna take over everything. They're gonna put everybody on a UBI income, and they're gonna make us dormant. We're gonna be deep into the matrix. They're gonna make us law us to sleep, I guess. We're gonna be sleepers. We won't know what's going on in the world. Prepper Mama, my uncle has a Tesla. Things freaky laugh out loud. He got a Tesla. Supporting Elon Musk. Wait till he get his own spaceship too. Prepper Mama trucks, they have being automated and trying to move the driverless. I am just watching a documentary on it. It freaked me out. Yeah. And like I say, it's been going on for years. It's been going on for years. People, all you got to do if you really want to know what's really going on, and it would scare you to death because it even frightened me, and I'm not easily frightened. It's funny. I love horror movies. I don't get scared. I watch a horror movie. I watch a horror movie, ghost story. I never get scared. I'm always loving those stuff. I just watched Malignant the other day. I love that movie. It was having me crack up because I'd be like cheering the monster, believe it or not. It had me cracking up. But I'm just saying, but what scares me is this AI. Because it's real. Movies don't scare me, but this is real. We so close to Skynet and iRobot that it's not really something we need to not keep an eye on, because it's coming. We one button away from being considered a virus and eliminated. That's how I feel about the whole thing. Only certain people, I should say, the poor people like us. If you're not a millionaire or billionaire, because you see how many billionaires we got. It used to be if you was a millionaire, you had it made. Now billionaires don't really count that much. You got to be a billionaire. And then they had this one guy finally become a trillionaire. This guy, I guess he's Spanish or something like that. He owns a lot of stuff. Trillionaire. Can't even put that amount of zeros around. I see now driverless Ubers and robot dogs are roadkill. yeah, the robot dog. I hear coming winter will be rough again. You know what? You know what, Cargo? This winter is not just going to be rough. It's going to be disastrous. Because right now, we getting all the bad stuff along the East Coast, California on the West Coast, and all on the coast. All on the coast are suffering right now. You know, they really are. It's like I say, it's still people without homes, and still people got water in their houses and stuff like that, and they got homes, and they getting hit again, and they getting hit again. And a lot of people down there, like I said, what 50,000 people are still without power, and they still down there getting hit. I mean, you know, Texas to Louisiana to Mississippi and Florida, and they in the panhandle over there, they all getting hurt. It is nothing we can do about it because the government don't plan for that. They plan for you to take care of yourselves, basically. But I told them what they need to do with that. But anyway, but while we too busy worried about who's gonna be president in 2024, it might not even be a 2024 if we don't get past 2021 or 2022. They worried about 2024. I seen something the other day, and it was so stupid. They was talking about Trump versus Pence. The two friends are now rivals. I could care less. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna go to the store and not pay $5 for a pound of chicken. I'm just saying they worry about things that don't really worry me. I come to that when I get to that, but that's okay because see, it's things we need to do, it's things we need to watch out for. And politics is just throwing a monkey wrench, and that is distracting us. It's the new world order. They want to keep us distracted. They want to keep us confused. So I'm just saying, if you live up in the Northeast, you got to at least have one propane or gas. I wouldn't get a gas operator, a heater. I would say get a propane heater and get you a good one. The one that you can use indoors, and they will tell you if you can use it indoors because too many people make that mistake and they get these heaters that they can't use indoors and they're using them indoors and they wound up dead, from carbon monoxide. So I recommend the Big Buddy heater because they certified that you can use them indoors and outdoors and that there's no carbon monoxide that's going to get you because it's basically a propane heater. So yeah, but you need to do that because I don't see a lot of people having power in this winter coming up because I really see a bad winter because it's gonna be wet. They say it's gonna be wet because La Nina is coming in, and La Nina is the one that brings the wet winter. And when you get wet winter, you get ice. And when you get ice hanging on your gutters and your wires. And guess what happens when you get them ice storms? Wires come down. Wires always come down. Wires come down, power go out. And I see that coming a lot. So a lot of people are going to be in the dark this winter. I mean, it's going to be everywhere. It's not going to be here in Ohio. It's going to be everywhere. A lot of people are going to be suffering, especially up in the Illinois and Indiana. Michigan, especially, Michigan got all that water around there. Like we got Lake Erie, but they got more lakes than we got, like Minnesota. And it's going to be bad up here. It's our turn. Like I said, East Coast, West Coast, and Gulf Coast, they all got theirs. Now it's our turn. Okay, I'll see you later, Charlene, because I know I didn't talk too long. Usually I only like to talk about an hour, but I didn't talk hour and a half because I got the drifting. You got to bear with me because I drift a lot, I drift a lot. Okay. Yeah. So like I say, hey, Sapphire Diamonds and Pearls, you know what? I can't find you on my channels anymore. I'm trying to go to your channel. I can't find you. So I don't know what happened, but now I got you on here. I'm gonna just type your name in because usually I can just push the button on your picture and I pop right to your channel, but I can't find you. I don't know, maybe YouTube done purged you off my channel, but I've been looking for you because I like to go watch your channel, see how you doing out there in that heat. My brother is homeless and living in a Walmart tent for 20 years. He used the propane and runs the heater inside the tent. Yeah. Yep. Blessings. Check. Princess. I will look at one when I search. I found one to cap off totally removal. Yeah, that's gonna be another problem. Yeah, like I just ordered some more what they call that gel you put in your toilet, your portable toilets. See, I had some, but I didn't have a lot because I got bags. But for when you go in there and you use the portable toilet, you urinate in it and stuff like that. The gel to make the pee gobbled up to some kind of gel and stuff. Yeah, I gotta have to get some more of that. Yeah, so if you got a portable toilet, which they're not that expensive, you could. But mine is basically like a 5 pound pail with a toilet seat on it. That's it. But it comes with the bags and the gels and stuff. Yeah, so you got to make sure you know what you're doing because see, it's gonna be bad, and you're gonna try to get stuff. It's gonna be like when people tried to buy that Mountain House and that Wise Food about a year ago, 2 years ago. You guys remember that? You couldn't find any of it. You couldn't. Every time you tried to go there, they were out of stock. And you all remember why they were out of stock? Because Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and all the rich people, Donald Trump, and all the people, they built the fortified bunkers over in New Zealand and Iceland. They were building bunkers on both continents over there because they don't know which was coming worse. And they built all them compounds over there. They stocked them with all these foods. I mean, they bought hundreds of thousands of containers of food. And they stocked all them bunkers. It's not just 1-2 bunkers. Everybody was selling it. It was like a trend. Everybody was getting bunkers. Those that couldn't get bunkers over New Zealand and in Greenland, they bought them out in Arizona and stuff like that. They had all these bunkers, the old missile silos. And no regular people like us could buy food. No Mountain House or Wise Food because they bought it all up. Now you can buy food again, but it might start again. It was funny. It was funny because people thought I was crazy when I was telling that. My mama would say, "Oh yeah, I forgot about the gel. Yeah, it's a gel. It's powder. It's some kind of powder thing. You put it in there. It's not that expensive. It's not that expensive. It's pretty cheap. The options would be used in a term of toilet. Yeah, that's what I got. I mean, I'm talking about my survival portable toilet that I got in case the regular toilets don't work. You can't keep using the regular toilets. It'll be unsanitary. You get all kinds of diseases. So, like I say, but a lot of us, we just go out and find us a tree, like the dogs. Yeah, lift our leg up like a dog. Yeah, but I mean, anyway, I'm just saying. But you'll be with the family and friends and stuff in there. So I might have to get a second one. Come to think of it, I think I might have to get a second one because I'm thinking about the amount of people that I might have because I know I got a couple of people that get started their own groups at their homes and stuff like that because they moved and they think it's going to be hard for them to get where they had to get it. They had to come down here. So now, but I have allies there. So it'd be good. The more people you can get in on prepping that know you, that you can trust, the better it is for you because when everything starts to subside and calm down a little bit, you all could get together, make some kind of strategy and see what you want to do. Maybe you guys might all get into a caravan and go to a place like Woodside or go to a place like the Kingdom. Hope you don't have a lion. This is Walking Dead references where you get Ezekiel had a lion. Think someplace like that where you got maybe 100 people, all of you guys together, y'all can do something like that. I'm just saying. Let's see. Oh, that's off the grid farming. Okay, I'm good. My last video is up tasting that wine. Okay, then I'm gonna try to find you, Sapphire. Like I said, I couldn't believe it. It wasn't there. And it's been about, oh man, at least maybe over about 3 weeks. Because sometimes people take their channels down, they just get tired of it. You know, I have a friend, Fireball Fred. He says he's not doing it anymore, and I like Fireball Fred. I consider him a grandson. Yep, he was off the wall. He off the wall crazy, and I'm gonna miss him. But okay, well, look here, everybody. I done talked enough, and I think I covered everything. I think I covered everything from knives to firearms to water to the toilet to basically talk a little bit about politics. Like I said, I don't want to talk about aliens today, but I will. I think one day this week I'm gonna have a pop-up late night talk about aliens. Yeah, maybe YouTube won't see it. Because they get kind of crazy when I start talking about lizard people, and I can't understand that. When I talk about why they always living in them caves and got their underground cities. So just keep an eye out for that pop up one day. It'll probably be one day next month. It won't be anytime this month. All right, then. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for showing up. I appreciate you guys, and y'all take care. Okay.